So with Jon McAllister to break off first, one of the best breaks in the game. Two really big breakers here between them. Pretty big break, but cue ball. Straight in to that top corner pocket. These two are both towards the top of their group. It's group number 9, this. Carl Sutton is currently right at the top of it. 3 matches played, 3 wins. He is 18-4 and frames 4 and against as well, which is a brilliant start for Carlos. He is the one who administered the only loss of Simon Fitzsimmons' day as well. Si is 2-1. 6-1 to Carl. Must have been a very impressive performance in an international. Jon McAllister is 3-0. He's played Luke Jones, Josh Goodrum and 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗏. All matches he would have fancied winning, but only dropping 7 frames in the process. Pretty good going. So the bouncer at the table, just parking up here in the commentary studio, is the silver grenade launcher himself.
The silver grenade launcher again! Twice! 2 grenades have been launched.
𝗍𝗃𝗍𝗍𝗍 is with us. John Chambers for company as well. What a dangerous duo, if ever there was.
Yes. Myself and Mr. Chambers, John Boy. He's getting into position. We do love an evening with John Boy. How are we, sir?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm superb. So how's it going? We had you live earlier, and you were playing fantastically well. And I'll take it. Is it took a little bit of a downward spiral?
Yeah, I just started losing the white ball a little bit. So, yeah, and you do that and you miss 1 or 2 opportunities.
Right.
Someone like Ian Alley's going to punish you. Same as Greg Batten. I lost both of them.
Tough games as well. You know, tough place to play.
Yeah. We'll go again. I've got my last group game tomorrow. I think if I win, I might make the top 3.
So it's one of those ones there in that horrible little zone where you're not sure.
Yeah.
You've got to win and hope. Or is it in your own hands?
It might be in my own. I need to look at the league.
Yeah. Anyway, that man there. Classy damage. Another one sorting out the footwear. Melling was doing that earlier as well. Maybe it's a lucky thing.
I'll try it tomorrow.
So you're going to be here on comms for me for this match. Then you're going to go and watch your brother play.
No.
Are you not?
No. I've come to do the comms instead of watching my brother.
Oh. I thought you said you were going to go and watch Rob play.
No.
I thought you were lying.
No. I said I'm going to do the comms while you go and play, and then we're going to go and grab some food afterwards.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. So I thought, well, I enjoy doing this, and it's always fun with you guys, so...
Oh, we love having you as well.
I'll leave my brother do it.
He's right. He's big enough to look after himself out there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Who's he playing?
Not a clue. I've not bothered talking to him about it.
Even better.
No, it's not been a great day for him. Although he hasn't played terribly. He played pretty well against Tom. And I think it was 3-2 up, and then the next time we went to the table, it was 5-3 down. You know, it's tough school.
It is. Well, Simon Fitzsimmons looking to carry on in frame 2, as he did in frame 1. Won 2 out of 3 so far as Simon beat Josh Gooderham 6-0. At the same time that was happening, Jon McAllister was doing the same to Mike Thresher. Also beat Luke Jones 6-3 as Simon. The one he did lose against England's Carl Sutton 6-1, and that's why he's in this position. McAllister beat Josh Gooderham 6-2. But it's Carl Sutton and Jon McAllister, both 3 from 3 at the top of this group. So there's still all to play for.
Yeah, another tough group. It's hard to call.
When this man's in full flow, it really is a joy to watch.
Yeah, I feel like he's had a little bit of a not so good season this year.
Been a bit quiet.
Yeah. But he is one of those players that's very dangerous. And it
Big
can just-
plotter.
Yeah. And it could just happen at any given moment. It's always good to see him when he's full flow. And commentator's curse.
Just when you thought the commentator's curse, it hasn't been here all day today. We've
No.
not had any, no. And then, of course, you've arrived and helped me along the way when we were just saying how good a player Simon is. Not to say he's not a good player. We all do it, and they all do it. You miss balls, maybe you just take your eye off it, you take it for granted, or might have had a funny contact the way he sort of looked at it. But it is McAllister now at the table.
Yeah, it's a big opening shot, this was it. That's a great shot.
Yeah, very good shot there from Jon.
I fully expect him to take this chance and make it 1-1 now. I don't think I've ever seen Jon McAllister play in any other different way. Do you know how some people speed up when they're playing well, or they slow down when things are going bad? He literally just stays the same no matter what. He's brilliant to watch.
Yeah, a lovely 𝗚ist. Great control. Nerves of steel. After that miss there from Simon, it is going to be 1 each. McAllister about to punish Fitzsimmons' missed yellow. It is, and it's 1-1. Race to 6. So how do you find? Do you prefer the groups, or do you like just a straight knockout sort of format then, Jon?
I don't really mind. I think it's nice to mix it up. If you did the same every single event,
I agree.
it kind of diminishes other events. And they're all important. I mean, I'm a big fan of the series with the arenas. I think they're just unbelievable. So if you ended up playing, it's just exactly the same format, but it's just in a club this time, it can be a bit samey. So I don't mind them. Makes it a little bit more interesting. If you lose 1 or 2, you're not fully out.
No.
Makes it a bit more exciting. So I don't really mind.
I like the fact that, you know, we changed the formats, the races. You have to mix it up, and else it goes stale. You know, it can be for the player and also for the viewer. You know, all these people that watch it, they follow the players and follow what you're all doing. And you know, these group matches. I mean, the women's tomorrow. That's double elimination for them.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, again, that's an interesting way to play.
Yeah, I don't mind double LM. Don't mind anything, to be honest. I'm quite easy going when it comes to pool. I just, you know, let's just embrace everything we're trying to do. And
I think you're pretty easygoing guy in general, actually, Jon. Let's be honest.
yeah, just, you know, just embrace everything, have fun, and just go for it, you know, and enjoy it. Pool's never been a better time to be playing the game. the conditions we're in.
When we look at you out in the arena, we can see you having fun out there because you're smiling and laughing and joking, and you get on so well with all the other players as well, which is also a joy to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, 99% of them anyway.
Come on, who's the one? Tell me.
There's a couple I'm not a fan
2.
of, but
That's hot off the press.
yeah. It's a bit harsh on my brother, though, to be fair, because you know he is all right. You know what I mean?
I love that. Let me. Is it 𝗘𝗃𝗄𝗵, the other one?
Yeah, he's getting on my nerves a bit at the minute, but
That's quality. But Jon McAllister, with the word quality, is showing what that is all about. This looks like 2-1. McAllister with a simple black ball into the centre pocket. And in it goes. And since the Fitzsimmons miss with the second to last yellow a couple of frames ago, it's sailing by. It just happens, doesn't it? You make one mistake, and it's almost like you get punished twice for it.
yeah, yeah. We talk about the pool gods a lot, don't we? And as players, we feel like you're on the receiving end of it more than what you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool when it goes for you.
Yeah.
It's not so great when it's against you.
No.
It happened to me early in the match. I didn't play particularly well and I deserved to lose. 5-3 down. It was against Ian, and I've crunched the break. I've killed the white on the blue spot. Another ball's come and just knocked it straight into the corner bag. I thought, well, you know, you get punished. Like you say, you get punished.
I think 𝗍𝗏𝗵 had one of those.
Yeah, against me.
Yeah, it was against you, wasn't it? I
Yeah.
think there's one he got. It was going to stop, and then something's come and cannoned it in, and there's nothing you can do. It just happens.
3 times in the same pocket.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah. I enjoyed that. You feel after Simon's miss, you feel like his next visit is massive.
Well, he's like a juggernaut, Jon McAllister. He just keeps on coming down the road. Once he gets into it, there's just no stopping him. You know, the only one that managed to do that one in a longer game was Christoph in the Masters final. But he did the damage early, and it's a long race, that one. I think it's 15 or 16, and he did it early doors and got enough ahead of him that he could run the match clock down because he was coming back. And the only thing that happened to Jon is he was dry breaking a big part of that match, and it proved costly. Because the guy doesn't go out there and miss very many balls. Once he's got his hand on the table, he's in amongst them. His position's immaculate.
Yeah.
Such a, you know, I never ever got to play Jon. I retired long before he came on the scene, but I wouldn't have liked to have played him. He'd have been one of the players you think, I don't fancy that one so much, because you can't see any chinks in the armour.
No.
I like to see somebody with a bit of emotion out there that if they're playing badly, I'll know and they'll tell me.
Yeah.
That man doesn't.
No, you don't know if he's just won the lottery or not.
No, you can literally walk into an arena and you could look, say there's no scoreboard there, and say, right, that man there, is he 10-0 up or 10-0 down? He's one of them. You'd be tossing a coin.
Yeah, you wouldn't have a
Because
clue.
they wouldn't.
And I actually think he's probably one of the most complete pool players on the tour.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
You know, there is some players that you know, got more entertainment value, but
he
they're not
attacks.
as solid. And he goes for everything.
You see, because he's not playing like Chris, he's not running around the table,
Yeah.
or 𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗏 plays exceptionally quick. Obviously 𝗏𝗁𝗁𝗏𝗏 is ridiculously fast. He attacks as much as anybody.
Yeah.
But it's just the same one pace. Cousins it has one pace, but it's a little bit quicker than Jon's.
Yeah.
But he just gets on about his business. He's a professional player. I go out there, you let me go to the table, I'm going to try and pot all the balls and go back to my chair. That's it. There's no fuss, there's no carry on.
No, there's nothing at all. And it's brilliant that he's able to do that, because that...
Pure concentration.
Yeah, it just helps you in the good and the bad times, just playing that way.
Well, people that are getting in front of him, they're 2 or 3-0 up, and I've seen it time and time again over the last 3.5 years since I've worked with Ultimate Pool. And they get 2 or 3 up, and they look across to see if they can get anything from him. Nothing. And then they start making mistakes, even though they're in front.
Yeah.
Because this relentless man over there that's just not giving anything away. Then and then he starts to play, and he doesn't play badly. I struggle to think of when I've watched him go out there, and everybody goes out and plays badly sometime. I don't remember him playing badly. He either goes on a run of dry breaks where nothing really happens, and then somebody dishes him off the table, where it just can't help it. But like you said, when you say one of the most complete pool players, I think you're right, exactly. He's got a great break.
Yeah.
His position, everything.
I think the last time I seen him play, not so great, was in the shootout, and then he had a reprieve.
Last man standing.
Yeah, sorry, the last man standing.
He got the extra life, didn't he? Gone.
Yeah. And he actually said to me, he went, "Oh, I can't believe I've got the extra life. I just want to go home after that. I was absolutely diabolical."
Right.
Got called out, and then made it to
If
the
I
last
remember,
three.
he was just out of position everywhere.
Yeah.
And we were commenting about it because it's so rare. But yeah, I don't remember that. And he got the extra life.
Yeah, he was absolutely fuming. He got the extra life. He says after that, I deserved to go home.
Well, I thought he was going to go on and win it after that.
Yeah, so did I. And I did tell him that. I said that's just weird. You feel like that. You're back in it, and then the guy you've just lost to has called you out, and you've just beat him and said that. I think your name's on the trophy.
Yeah.
It's one of their moments, but he ended up. I think he went out in third place.
Yeah, he was in late.
Yeah.
And then it was obviously Phil Harrison went on to win that. Where's the 8 ball going? He's okay.
Yes, I remember that final well.
I can't remember who was in it with him.
Thanks.
You've made you've had a great season, my friend.
Yeah.
You opening season with Ultimate Pool. I mean, people, Jon is not a new professional. He's been an England international professional for a good few years now, and you've been at the top of the game a while. But for Ultimate Pool, but to come over and compete the way you have, because you've come in unseeded, which is like, you've worked for years to get where you were, as an England player. It's like reset, start again. You're thrown into the hat, and you've had some really tough games as well that you've come through.
Yeah.
And you've been one of the, you, Jaden Billingham as well, coming in as a new professional, have been the two players, for me, stars of the season, and you bring so much to the game as well. So
Thank you.
well, no, you do. You and Brum, great ambassadors for the sport, and you have been for many years.
Yeah, we try. We just want to embrace something that's different. We're out of our comfort zone a little bit, even though it's a game of pool, and everyone say, "Well, you're still playing pool." Yes, but it's completely different.
He wasn't far away from that,
What an effort! We try our best, and we just try and embrace it, and we want 8 ball to be the best sport in the world. We want it to be right up there with everything else, where people can make a living from the game, and some do.
Exactly right. I think people see you and Rob and your enthusiasm for the game as well, and it glows out when you're out there playing, which is again, it's such a plus. Right, that was the pocket that Chris Mellon said was like a bucket.
Is he left the gap?
I was just about to say exactly that. Surely he can't get through there and play a double, can he?
Well, he's given it. He must be able to get through. He's stood there for too long. Oh wow. That's unbelievable.
But you wouldn't think you could just leave that there. You know,
No.
as Simon's played it, you know, you do. You don't think, right, I better not leave it in that little gap, because you're not thinking of that. You think you're going to leave it, definitely leave snooker.
Yeah.
But wow.
I mean, would you think that's careless then to leave it? Or do you think it's a little bit
I think it's a
unlucky?
hard one. I think you'd be being harsh, because I think I've done that so many times.
Yeah.
Because I think, well, I've only got to leave it beyond those 2 balls. A bit blasé about it. Played it, oh, I haven't left that gap. Didn't even know that gap existed.
Yeah, you play that one up the rail a little bit like a shot to nothing. You think, if it goes, I've got the clearance on. If it doesn't matter. I've left a snooker.
There's 2 ways to look at it. You know, if you're like Tom Cousins, he'd probably say that's careless, because he'd look. I was a bit more of a chancer, so I do that regularly, and it's just one of those things. So I don't want to. I'm not going to call him out for it. So I've done it too many times, but yeah, I'll tell you what it is. It's frustrating though for Simon.
Yeah.
Because it's just a gift there. You know, that's the one mistake McAllister made when he snookered himself.
Yeah.
And you don't punish him, so
No.
that's where Simon's going to be annoyed with himself.
Yeah, I mean, I said his next visit would be really important from the previous mistake. Yeah, and that's from 3-2 to 4-1 in a race to 6 against Jon, who doesn't make many mistakes. It feels huge.
Well, yellow's the order of the day for Simon.
But it doesn't mean he can't come back. He's more than capable of, and he rattles them off at a decent pace as well.
Yeah, but this is the thing. You know, he's not going to sit there and try and claw his way back. He can smash his way back into this.
Yeah.
But the trouble for Simon is, you know, Jon's going to have breaks.
Yeah.
And with the break and the way it's working, he generally pots and he generally finishes.
Yeah.
So you need some fortune to get back. Yeah, you've got to start playing well yourself, but you're going to need a helping hand as well.
Yeah, you're at that point of the match now. You know that, are you going to have enough chances to win the match? Possibly not. However, when you've got a chance, just make sure you keep your end of the bargain. Get a chance, take it, and put the onus on Jon to go out there and finish the match.
Thing, you know, you can look at it in all the different scenarios. I mean, it could be going through Simon's head now as he's knocking these. You know, it might have been going through mine thinking that I should be knocking in these to 3 each, never mind to be 4-2 down.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you get on with it. And as a professional pool player, you just, you know, these are the breaks. This is what happens. You know, these scenarios happen many, many times a season. You do things, you think, I'm never going to do that again, and then you do it again next month. You know, you lift off cue. You know, I should have reset myself on that shot when you knew you were hitting it at the wrong place, or those things that people do in the pub. They think, oh, you know, you never see pros that do them here and there, because your mind wanders.
Yeah, I did one in my last match. I just took the eye off the pot, thinking it's okay, I'll just drop it in. I'll be on the next one, not a problem. And I missed the ball, just took my eye off it.
Yeah.
It's, you know, we still do it 30 years on. People still make the same silly mistakes.
But there, he picked himself up off the floor there, Simon, and you know, you got to look at and admire it, because he took out a tidy little finish there after making that mistake in the previous frame, and okay, it's 4-2. What you've not got to do, the thing I made a point to, is to sit there now thinking I should be 3-all here.
Yeah.
And I've done that many times.
Yeah.
You know, that same thing goes through your head.
And he will be thinking it. He will be thinking it.
See, now again, like you say, you're sat there now hoping that Jon McAllister doesn't make a ball off this break or goes it off.
Yeah.
Second frame, Jon McAllister's break, leading 4 frames to 2.
Here we go then, McAllister, 4-2 up, breaking off frame 7. That's a great split. Has he made a ball? Yes, he has.
The white was on its way in the corner.
It was. It got stopped. Does that yellow go past into the top right-hand corner? I mean, you can take reds anyway. As long as red or yellow passes into that top corner, you can take your pick. In fact, you pick the colour, whichever one passes to go into that top corner. I mean, it might go back in the middle.
Yeah.
Extension call.
Clear the other one away and go back the other side. But
Yeah, I'd be going
what are you thinking, John?
I'd be going reds here. Simply, you know, what you've just said. If the red doesn't go in the corner, it goes in the middle. Once you've took that one away. So I'm assuming the yellow goes.
Well, it must do, because you would never ever in a million years play it this way. But
No.
he's having another look. It must do, because you've made your decision now.
Yeah.
You can't think, oh no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
And I don't think John's that type of bloke, but maybe she's double checking where he wants to be.
Well, no, it definitely goes now.
Does he have to pull the cue ball back, or has he got the angle to just run through? It's hard to tell. We'll soon know when he cues down and he's coming backwards.
Bring it back a bit.
And this is going to be Jon McAllister heading for the hill. Fitzsimmons' fears have been realised with the breaking finish. He's not going to get that helping hand.
No, and it's you know, it's just a case of, you know, by the looks of it, it is going 5-2. All Simon can do is go to the table and try and break and clear himself, just to stay in the game.
Jon McAllister does make it 5-2. One away from keeping the unblemished record intact. Simon Fitzsimmons with it all to do. Looking at his watch. Have I got time to get this one?
There's no match clock, so got plenty of time.
Maybe he's got a table booked at the restaurant round the corner. It's a tough old school out there. So Simon Fitzsimmons ready to break a dish. Marion Jude there in shot, the nearest to us. Superstar for France, next to 𝗔ھ Champagnet, her daughter. She, of course, another French international. We will see action from the women's tomorrow at some point when they start the Women's European Open. Like I said to you earlier, they're playing a double elimination, so they're not in groups. This is a different format.
What do they race to in the double elim?
I think they're a race of 6. I think to start with, the women's.
We've just had the confirmation from
Yeah,
Jamie there.
I said it so a certain person could hear me
Yeah.
say it and get. Oh, and I got a thumbs up, but I got 2 thumbs actually. Yes.
That's a massive well done moment, isn't it, from JMO? You know you've made it
Yeah.
if that happens. Has he ran into a little bit?
Well, I think he has. It's just a little bit.
No man's landish.
He fairly fired that last ball in at some pace. Plant. And that was always going to be a tricky shot to make for Simon Fitzsimmons.
He's gone back to his seat there, looks resigned.
Well, I'm trying to look to see what John's got. If the yellow passes between that, slides past that other yellow that's in the red into the right-hand centre, then he's in trouble. Yes, it's the red and yellow stuck together at the top of the table, but that's easily removed up there with two yellows adjacent to it. In fact, you know what? He's going to nudge it apart now. He'd hit the black first. Ball in hand for Simon Fitzsimmons. Well, did he think that turned a tad through a fingerprint or something? Because as he hit it, when he got halfway at the table, you could see him sort of come up. He come up from the shot before it made contact. He knew it was hitting the black ball.
Yeah, he's not one for making excuses, John, so, you know, I tend to believe that it must have hit a finger mark or something for it to move.
Yeah, well, because he was trying to play it full ball. He wasn't playing to slide off it because he was obviously going to leave him on the red if he did that. So
Yeah.
something's made the ball turn a tad. Because we know how accurate he is. So.
Yeah. He's not happy, is he?
Well, he wants to get on this. The way he's looking is to try and get on that red straight on it into the top right and run the cue ball through for red at the top.
That looks perfect to me.
It does.
Do you ever get a chance to go out there in the arena and have a game, Tony?
Not have a game. I'm the cleaner, so I go out there and get the vacuum out and vacuum the carpet ready for tomorrow. No, I've had a knock on the table out there before. Yeah, no, it's a lovely table to play on. I will say that.
I just love the setup out there. Being in the main arena, I think it's brilliant.
Yes, it's got a certain buzz about it when you're playing out in those sort of arenas.
Yeah. You see the two cameramen standing there. I just love it. There's no better place in the world.
We've
to
got
play
Roy and Ezra out
football
there
ball.
tonight. And that is not the kiss that Simon wanted. Now, where are you going with this then, John Boy?
Cut it into the middle.
Really?
Yep.
That's an absolute bacon slicer of a shot.
Well,
You've got to take the paint off the ball to get that to cut into the middle.
yeah.
I like it though, I do like it, I have to say.
He could do a back treble through the gap.
Well, he played to try and do just what you said, John. Very, very thin, you know, to get that. And
I don't think he needed to hit it that hard. The table was that fast.
he looks a bit disgruntled with that, Simon. And he knows that he's now handed a great opportunity for Jon McAllister to finish him off here.
And you know it's an opportunity he's going to take as well.
Yeah, I'd rather take this yellow at the bottom because it's so much easier to try and get onto the black from one of the balls at the top.
Yeah.
Because you've got like massive area to play into that right-hand side rail of you to drop behind it. Having said that, has he just landed in no man's land?
No, I think he's okay. If he can't get to the one to the left, I think he can get the one closest to the top rail. Yeah.
Pitching it with a little bit of left-hand side there. Look. Yeah, couldn't. Well. Well, we know where he's going with this. Length of the table, top right corner. Would he play the loss of turn shot? Stroke skill shot? Maybe? Is that where you go? He's going for the pot into the top right as we look. It could go in the other corner. It's that far away. It was. I suppose you play with a hint of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe he did play off the 2. I mean, it's a genuine shot.
It is, yeah.
But this time there will be no mistake from McAllister.
Yeah, you don't expect him to make another mistake, but stranger things have happened.
That looks perfect. So, this flat ball for Jon McAllister. For a 6-2 win, in it goes.
Frame.
And McAllister gets over the line. Simon will be a little bit disappointed. Had a couple of chances there. It would have been a lot closer match. But it is Jon McAllister who wins this tie when we come back. Stephen Jameson will be catching a little word with Jon McAllister. See you in a second.